Morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, November 25th, a couple days after the marathon. I'm here at Mercer County Park. This was one of the places where I came to film some of the first few scenes of footage and interviews for episode 1 of the Journey to 26.2. So I thought it'd be a good place to come and to just do a quick reflection video about the marathon, as well as all of the fundraising efforts that have been going on. If you hadn't heard, I was able to finish the race. I was able to do 26.2 this past Saturday. It was an awesome day. Really grateful for everybody who was out supporting me. As of today, we have raised $1,561 for Equal Justice Initiative, which is awesome. I am blown away by that. I'm so excited about that and pumped for that. I'm so grateful for all of the donors who have already contributed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are making a difference in supporting an organization that wants to fight against racial inequality. If you haven't been able to donate and it's something that you've said, man, I kind of want to do that, and the fundraiser is going until midnight tonight. So at midnight tonight, November 25th, it's going to be over. So you can still donate as part of the fundraiser up until midnight. So if you're watching on Instagram, the link in my bio. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the link in my About section. Again, I just want to say thank you to all those who have already donated. It's just such an awesome thing that we have been able to do together. Real quick, I just want to go through this past Saturday and just give some quick thank yous. First off, I gotta say thank you to my wife, Christy. Christy has been supporting me since July when I decided I was gonna try to do this, and on Saturday she drove our RAV4, which basically became our medical supply van, our nutrition van, our water van, and everything else that we needed. So I am just so grateful for her and just her cheering and her support. Secondly, my parents are my biggest YouTube fans. I think they are up to date on all the episodes, so I can't thank them enough. Their house was one of the stops in Morrisville, and their constant support has just been awesome throughout this whole thing. My friend Dan is man, get yourself a friend like Dan. Dan borrowed a bike from somebody, biked from his house to my apartment at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday with his video equipment, and then proceeded to bike the entire route with me. And he filmed, and he gave me water when I ran out of water. He encouraged me. He was there for conversations when I needed conversations. I mean, that's like a 6 or 7 hour day total for him. So I'm just so grateful that he did that and he was able to do that. Finally, I'm so grateful for everyone who came out to all of the different stops, whether it was the high school, the Black Rock Road, Delaware Canal stop, friends who were on the canal path banging pots and pans and scaring everybody else but cheering me on, whether it was the Yardley waterfall or the bridge at 532. Man, let me tell you, y'all were lifelines, because those were moments in the race where I was exhausted. It got really windy out there, so I had to come in the car. It's warmer in here too, but those miles like 15 through 22, those were the hardest miles of the entire run. So the fact that you were there cheering me on at those checkpoints, I simply cannot thank you enough. And then of course, all of those folks who were at the finish line, who were cheering in the park, who were holding up the banner, who were celebrating with me. Wow, that was so humbling and so honoring, and just such a blessing for me, and just an inspiring way to finish the race. So for all those who supported me on the day of the race, thank you so much. The weather was beautiful. It was mid 40s. It got up to 55. By the time we finished the race, it was 60. So thankfully, my knee held up. There were definitely times during the race where it was hurting, but I had this IT band strap that I bought on Amazon, and I questioned whether or not to start the race wearing it, but I thought, you know what, I need to do everything in my power to try to be healthy throughout the whole race. And that thing, for however it worked, and of course some Advil during the race, I think that helped too. We didn't have any issues with the route or traffic or anything like that. It was just a perfect race day and a perfect race experience. Dan tells me that there is 32 gigabytes of video footage that he took. So I'm so grateful for that, and I'm gonna grab that and edit it down and then publish that and post that in a little while, so that you can get a feel for what the journey led to on the day of the race. So again, thank you so much to everyone who supported and who came out, and thank you to everyone who's donated. At the start of this, back in July and in August, when I started making the videos, I had really 3 goals that fleshed themselves out in the first few weeks of this. Goal number 1 was 2 parts: to do something that I've never done before, and to do something that I thought would be impossible. When I finished that half marathon last year, I thought to myself, there's no way I could do this all over again. And a full marathon has always seemed so far out of reach. So I'm excited to check that one off the list. Done. The second goal was to inspire other people. And I hope and I pray that what I've been able to do over the past 4.5 months inspires you. Maybe it's running. Maybe you say, oh, I can do that. If Nick can do it, Nick, who has struggled with laziness and discipline and who loves pizza and Chick-fil-A milkshakes a little bit too much, if he can do it, then I can do it. And maybe it's not running. Maybe it's something that's totally different than athletics. Maybe it's something in your life where you feel like this is impossible. There's no way that I can do it. My hope and my prayer is that my journey has inspired you to have the dream, to be disciplined, and ultimately to be determined to keep moving forward and to never give up and to never stop. And then the final goal was to raise money for Equal Justice Initiative. And we're actually up to $1,601. $1,601 as of Wednesday, November 25th. So that was the third goal. We've raised a ton of money. I'm super excited and I'm super grateful. So I look at this journey and I say, man, what an awesome experience. I'm so thankful for it. So many lessons that I've learned throughout that will come out and be part of that final video that we do with all the race day footage. So be on the lookout for that. Remember, if you haven't donated yet, you can still donate as of midnight tonight and partner with me and join the journey for racial justice and EJI. So thank you so much for all of your support and all of your encouragement all throughout the process and the day of the race. And as we move past the race, I'm really excited to share with you the final number in a few days. And then of course, in several weeks, the final video of the journey. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll talk soon.